So here we are taking a moment to learn about using AI to help create some homework that gets the student thinking about what AI can teach me. I might use AI or ChatGPT to help me create some notes for a class or maybe something to do for homework. So let's say I wanted help creating notes for solving inequalities, right? So there's a generic prompt, okay? So it gives me a little bit of this information. It shows me some sites I can go to and look at, right? But here, let's do this. You are a top 1% teacher for middle school students taking 7th grade math, and they are struggling to remember the steps needed to solve and graph inequalities. You want to create a checklist of the steps for students to follow when they are practicing in class or doing homework. And I spelled a couple things wrong, but we're going to hit enter anyways just to see the difference between the first prompt that was very vague to a more structured prompt with like an action step, some context, a role that was given. So let's see. We get a no-fail inequality checklist. Simplify first. Isolate the variable. Solve the flip check. Circle selection. Okay. This one's okay, but can you create the checklist as an infographic with examples for each step? Let's see. So it's thinking. Again, I'm just trying to come up with different things I can put in to the prompt to get it as accurate as I want it before I print it out and send it to students. So here I have solving and graphing inequalities checklist. Simplify both sides. This is a pretty aggressive looking example here. Isolate the variable. All right. And would you like a version as a one-page handout? Yes, let's try that. Let's see what happens. Because what I'm looking to do is create a step-by-step process that I'm going to have the students fill in as we either go along in class, or I'm going to have the students fill it in when they're at home and have them use notes, or even if they went to their own chat GPT kind of thing, would they be able to fill in the missing parts, right? But here looks like a pretty good beginning, except we have $2. We're missing some parentheses, so our example isn't very neat here. So what if I say remove example items from the image? And we'll see if that gives us at least just the checklist. So again, we're just talking to the program saying, this is what I want. This is how I want to change it, modify it, trying to be specific, trying to give it context. And then we're going to see what kind of new image we get here. So this is a good starting point, right, to help us decide if this is the checklist we want to go with. So let's say, can we make each step be at a 5th grade reading level? And see if that changes any of the wording. So the reason why I'm doing that is because sometimes dropping down the reading level might make it a little bit easier to follow the steps, right? Might give some more clarification as to what it means, or, maybe we want to go up a level instead of down a level. All right, so simplify both sides, get the letter alone, add or subtract, solve with multiply or divide, and the flip. So here it explains flip the multiply or divide by negative sign number. So that would need a little cleaning up. Open circle shows the symbols it goes with, closed circles. So we have a little bit of a beginning here, and we could say, all right, I'm going to take this for now, and we'll see how it goes. So it's a starting point, and it only took us, less than 5 minutes to get us started with something if we had nothing at all. All right, so if I flip over to a new tab, let's say I needed help me solve this math question, right? It gives me options, but I don't know if any of them are going to work, right? So if I'm a student looking through one of these, it's giving me some weird stuff, right? Just because all I said was, help me solve, that's what, this math question. I didn't type it correctly. So Math GPT comes up, right? And something just happened. All right, that was a weird pause on my computer here. But what if I fix this to say 5x plus 12 equals 47? I honestly don't even know if that's a good question or not. But what I'm trying to do is see, will AI give me some kind of information I could work with? Now, the purpose of this is to see, as a teacher and a parent, what is my child going to look at? What are they going to see if they were to put this in, asking ChatGPT or any AI program to solve their work for them? So it says step 1, isolate the variable. Show more. Okay. Step 2, solve for x. Okay. Getting there. And answer the final value of the unknown variable is x equals 7. So what I could do with this information is I could create a homework sheet that says, go to your internet browser, type in this question, help me solve this math question, exactly how you have it written here. And then the paper that you would have the student fill in is not going to say x equals 7. It has to say step 1, step 2, step 3, right? Or answer, or whatever it may be. So they would have to fill in all the other stuff that the chat GPT or the program told them to do. So why would I do that? All right, so I've switched over to Canva. So let's say I'm in here, or maybe I'm in Google Docs. It doesn't matter. If you wanted to make this in Google Docs or make it a form so that you could share it with your students, you could do that. But basically, this is, the homework for the day, right? What we want to do is fill in each missing step for this question, right? So the process is to go to your internet browser, type in the following question, 5x plus 12 equals 47, and ask how to solve this problem, right? So, step 1, and I'm leaving some space. Step 2, and final answer. Now we know for this one, it only has 2 steps and then the final answer, right? So that would be your homework. And what you would be grading or asking them to turn in is not x equals 7. Somehow I missed mine here. You would be asking them to turn in what was the step that it said to do. It said to isolate the variable. It said to subtract 12. It said to do whatever. What you're checking for is the actual process of how to go through the homework question. So what you're forcing the student to do is to learn about the process and the steps. Now you're allowing them to use ChatGPT. They feel great about it. It's not about x equals 7. It's really not about the word equality, inequality, any of that stuff. It's about what is the process and focusing on that process with the students.